Hey everyone, I feel so bad for taking so long to give an update. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's been like over a month and I just been meaning to get on here but haven't. But anyway, I'm going to try to make this quick because I have so much to kind of go over. My last video, I was 8 weeks and I'm actually 13 weeks now, so that's a shame. So basically I wanted to start off by showing you some of the ultrasounds that I've received. I had my last appointment with my RE. Then I've had 2 more appointments with the high risk. And they've had ultrasounds for both. So this first one, the first one is my last one at the RE's office. And I was 8 weeks and 5 days. And it's been rolled up, but so that's the baby. And this, in this ultrasound, it actually did, while I was looking, like jerk its arm a little bit, which was amazing. And this one was my first one. When I went to the high-risk doctor, they did an ultrasound and kind of went over my file or whatever. So this one, I am, let's see, 9 weeks and 5 days. Okay. As you can see, the baby is much bigger, and you can see like little arms and a bigger head. Okay. And last ultrasound picture was at 11 weeks and 6 days. And look how much bigger it's gotten. So that thing looks like an umbilical cord, but it's actually its leg and arm, and you can see its little spine and everything. This was the scan where I did the NT scan. Is where they look for Down syndrome. So they look at the spine and they look at to make sure the baby has a nasal bone. So that's its little skull. And this part is actually like its butt, and that's like its feet. So it's kind of like laid back with its head up. And everything looked good for the NT scan, so very low risk of Down syndrome. So my symptoms over these last several weeks have definitely ranged. The last time I was talking about how they were going to give me a wean-off plan. Let's see, today is the December the 19th. I took my last progesterone. I took my last estrogen November 27th. And then for the next 2 weeks, they told me to start the progesterone every other night, and I stopped doing that on December the 11th. So, but before then, kind of, I guess, weeks 8 through 10, I still had nausea. I still had to pee a lot. I was tired. I also have noticed a lot more, like, nasal issues. I guess, like, congestion. I still had cramping, so much fatigue, and I think that's pretty much all the symptoms. And then when I went into week 11, I felt like my nausea got a little worse. Like I had to eat a little bit more often, or I would start getting sick. And during my 10-week ultrasound, I think I was almost 10 weeks, my uterus was still tilted. So she told me probably between now and like when I turned 12 weeks that my uterus would probably come forward. So when I turned 11 weeks, I was having extreme pain. Not like the usual mild cramping I had. It was a lot more intense. in my lower abdomen, and it also, I felt like it changed a lot of things. Like, it changed the way I was peeing. Like, I think I was peeing a lot more, and not as much was coming out. So I was like, I thought it was a UTI, but it wasn't, because when I went back for my last ultrasound, my uterus had moved forward. So I guess all the pain and, changes down there was from it actually coming forward. I also noticed around that same time, 11 weeks, that my boobs weren't hurting quite as much. They still were, they're still pretty sore and they are bigger, but I used to could only sleep in like a bra, and it would be excruciating to take my bra off. But I've noticed that has definitely eased up. Now that I am 13 weeks, I felt like at around 12 weeks, my frequency of having to pee has stopped. Well, not stopped. It's not as bad. I still just have to get up like once during the night instead of 2 or 3 times. I'm not as thirsty all the time. So, I still have fatigue. That has not went away. I still get nauseous if I don't eat, and I have to eat a lot more now. At first, I would just have to snack small throughout the day because I could not, like, I would fill up really, really fast, and if I ate too much, I would get sick. So it's kind of like, if I don't eat, I get sick. If I do eat, I get sick. But I actually have lost I think at least 8 pounds in my first trimester. So I've lost a lot of weight. I have not vomited once, only dry heaving. But it was just from, I feel like, not being able to eat as much. I think I've eaten healthier than I, did before all of this. But, I'm not perfect. But overall, I do eat healthier, so that might be part of it too. I still take my prenatals every night. I take the Prenate DHA. It's like this one pill. Still take 2 extra folic acids. Still take my baby aspirin. And then I still take my Lovenox. The high-risk doctor did say that when they got my, my lab history or whatever, my chart from the RE, when I went to the hematologist, I thought they did a full workup for like clotting disorders, where apparently they did not. They only did one specific one. So the high-risk doctor was like, we need a full, clotting panel, because if I have any other clotting factors, then I'll have to start doing the Lovenox twice a day, which will piss me off. Those shots hurt really, really, really bad. They leave a lot of bruising on my stomach that makes it tender. The shots, it's still a sub-Q needle. You do it in your stomach, just kind of like your stimming meds, but it is, to me, it hurts way worse. It stings. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And they leave little, it looks like a pin mark, and like a round bruise circle in everywhere you've done your injection. It's just terrible. But, so I should get my results back from that. I go back on December the 27th, to see, how my blood work looks. And they also do like to make sure, they always test your blood counts to make sure you're not like, your blood's not too thin. So they stay on top of everything. And I've been going there actually like every 2 weeks. So I'll also get another ultrasound when I go back. Around 8 or 9 weeks, I did order a fetal Doppler, which is a sonoline which looks like this. And then it has a little probe on it. I try not to use it that much, but at first, when I first got it, I was using it like every day. I don't use it every day now, but it just really helps put my mind at ease. It did take me a long time to find the baby heartbeat now, but now that I've done it a couple of times, I kind of usually know where it's at, which is amazing, and I love it. So, um, but overall, yeah, right now, I still have the nauseous feeling.